I am on the slightly younger side to being here, so I'm just about in touch with my digital self. Some people have called me the Techno Mate. I do run Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, etc, and it's great fun, but it reaches tens of thousands of people in the city. Well, ordinarily, I couldn't get to, so it's vital, it's key.
It's been a great turnout already. We've had quite a lot of people come through the door. Now, the focus of today is all about generating sales, generating leads, and it's to help you market your business. Because let's face it, if you look at a lot of the brands, it's not about how much money you spend, it's how good you are at marketing your business.
Welcome to Wolverhampton. Some of you, it may be your first time. Some of you may be slightly surprised at the type of venues we can offer. I'd like to certainly thank Pushbet and Headz Business for today's opportunity. We're a great advocate and a believer in technology, digital media, digital learning in our city, and that's why it was important that I come along to this Expo today to talk about it, to listen and to network.
It's a business that I started when I was 12 as a spotty web designer in my bedroom. And a number of years ago, I realised that there was a huge opportunity to help businesses with email marketing. And that came about from the results that I was getting from it, but also how untapped a resource it was.
Well, it's setting up to be a great event. All of Headz Business's events tend to be very, very good, with a high calibre of speakers and trainers and just a high calibre of information that's put across there. I've known Headz Business for a while. I've spoken at one of the previous events and I know they're good.
We as a business and as an industry have been used to coming in and saying, there's an advert, that'll do your job. So when I now run news stories, I now know how many people look at those news stories in any one of my papers. I know how long they're spending on it. I know where they go on their journey. I know that they come from Facebook or they come from Twitter. I know that a large percentage of my content is written on social media. So again, we're able to offer that as an opportunity to be able to work with you and understand how you work it, but more importantly, what that looks like in the marketing mix.
We heard about it online via Twitter, and the opportunity for us to engage with the population in Wolverhampton and surrounding areas is important for us. We don't get the chance to meet loads of people all the time because we have our teams that are going out and talking to people on the field sales and the editorial team. So to get to an exhibition and a seminar like this is a perfect opportunity because everybody's in the same mindset, whether they bring something because they don't know something or they need more information about it.
The reason that most people fear public speaking, two reasons I'll give you. Number one, they're worried about what people will think about. They're worried about making a mistake, what they might say, what they might forget, whether somebody would agree or disagree. That's number one. And number two, it's something that your mum and dad told you when you were younger. Can you complete the sentence for me? Don't talk to. And normally when you're standing up speaking, who are you talking to? Strangers.
It's interesting because people look at social media as separate from marketing, but it forms part of your overall marketing strategy. It's just something you do. So every event I speak at, there's a hashtag that people will tweet things I say, follow with the hashtag. You know, I work LinkedIn profile every single day, connecting, making connections and trying to meet interesting people.
I found LinkedIn was just a fantastic tool for building up relationships, finding the people I wanted to speak to and getting them to come to me. It always bothered me when people said, we will not even speak to you for 3 minutes. That's what's annoyed me and that's what I found LinkedIn is brilliant at getting through.
Someone might say, do it this way, this is a great way to do it. If that doesn't sit comfortably for you, you shouldn't do it. You know, it should be something that it should be in the same way that you naturally communicate, because that way you're coming across.
if you start using tips and techniques and little tools that someone's taught you who's good at those but might not sit well with you, they won't work for you.
Well, the first thing is identify what your client's pain is. They all have a pain, they all have something that you can help them to improve. Once you identify what that is, you can then create a webinar, a presentation, by providing them with tips, advice for free on how you can help them.
Is if you're not evolving and if you're not embracing technology, you're not going to be here in another 10 years.
So we actually met Pushpa, the event organiser, at the business show in London, and she came over to us and just offered if we'd like to have a stand. And it's always great to come and meet the SME owners, see what they're doing, see what their issues are and understand the market. So it's always great when someone says to me, oh well, I'm not really sure about VAT or something like that, and it's a great opportunity for us to be able to help them with that.
Hi, I'm Paul House from Trinity Midlands, giving you the digital heads up.
It's no use investing in just printed mechanisms. You do need to think about how am I going to vocalise who I am. And as I've said before, the main thing is your story. What is your story? Can you remember your story?
Well, actually, funny enough, I interviewed Pushpa, the organiser, because she is, you know, a leading figure in our region, and I got her on the show, well, she telephoned in, and she was just full of energy and enthusiasm about these expos that she runs, and I thought, wow, this is just so wonderful. And now it's kind of role reversed. She's asked me to come to her event and be an expert, but from the minute she started talking, it's quite clear she's passionate, and I think these kind of digital medias can actually translate that really, really well, particularly radio, which is what I'm into.
Hi, I'm Tom Mallons from Social Innovation Media, and I'm giving you the
Digital Heads Up.